Start with our business and administration and customer service department. Stephen, you've done very, very well. You're a really polite and well-mannered individual. You work consistently, very hard through all the levels of qualifications. And I know that you're respected as an extremely good team player within your department. You've been confident, you've moved up to the level 3 qualification this year. And I know that you've had to take on board instructing and supporting other learners, and you've done that very well. And you've completed that level 3 award, you've been out on a work placement, and you have excelled. And we're pleased that you're the nomination for the business admin department. If you want to come forward. Darren, I've tasted your food, it's fantastic. Again, you've been extremely dedicated, and dedicated in a very broad sense, and we're aware that you've had family commitments, work commitments, and your training commitments. You've got a wonderful personality. Your tutors say that you've worked so well with our varied mix of our learners in your catering department. You've worked in the Sports Academy canteen, on catering evening nights, you've been down to the doorstop cafe, and you've managed each of those environments, because they are very, very different in a very good way. You've given it 100% commitment. Well done. If you'd like to come forward for your to our employability and personal development, okay? This is a totally new department for us this year, and we've run a pilot with this qualification. We are rolling it out right across college next year, so that most of our learners will be undertaking this qualification. It's actually a qualification all about helping you not just get that qualification in your area, but also helping you to be able to move on into work. So giving you the skills to make sure you can attend interviews, develop your CV, and fulfill your career goals as well as your learning goals. Aleisha, you've had a really strong focus on employment. You already had a part-time job, I think, before you came to us at the weekends. You've taken the opportunity of an external work placement, and you've contributed well within the employability class discussions. You're really happy to share with the whole cross-section of learners in that group some of your experience about looking for work. And it's a tough world out there finding work. You've also are working towards your NVQ level 2 in hairdressing. We started, for those of you who don't know, our hairdressing level 2 a little bit late because our salon wasn't quite finished. So you've got to go till about December to complete your qualification, but your tutors think you're well on your way. Well done if you come forward. Move to our fashion and textiles nomination. Nominations are made by the tutors in those departments. It's a tough job, there's lots of students in each of those departments, and it's only one learner that receives the award. So Kimberley, you're very hard-working and committed to your course. You work to a really good standard, and you've presented yourself, you're very well organised, and you've tackled those qualifications in fashion and textiles extremely well. Also know you're doing all your functional skills, your English, your maths, and your IT, and I think you've given that same dedication to the whole of the studies. You are extremely polite and dedicated. You're a good role model for other young learners. You're currently working towards your level 1 certificate in creative techniques. I'm not sure, you might have finished it now because the external verifier was in yesterday, so well done. And you've undertaken some other non-accredited course. But thank you very much, you've done really well. Want to come up? Our functional skills department in English, maths and IT are our largest department here in college. And we all know how important it is to achieve the highest level we can in English and maths. You two will know that moving forward when you head up into senior school. But some learners come back to learning. They have to return to gain their qualifications. And Gary, you've attended brilliantly. You're very committed to your learning. You're doing a sports qualification, but you're working to achieve the highest level of qualification that we offer here in English. Your attendance and your timekeeping has been outstanding. You've taken that learning really seriously because you're an adult learner returning to learning. You've achieved and completed your level 1, and I think you're going to sit your level 2 exam sometime before the end of July. I know it's been booked. We have to book an exam at level 2, and we wish you well. I'm sure you'll achieve this. If you'd like to come forward. Again, Shantelle has received our Functional Skills Maths Award, and she's been a consistent learner in terms of her attendance, her commitment to her studies. She's a pleasure to teach, is what her tutor, Marguerite, says, and she has worked her way steadily through each of the levels. She started at entry 3. She's moved to level 1 maths, and we're awaiting, I think, still the results, aren't we, from the awarding body on her level 2 qualification. Yes, I can see her tutor nodding. We have to wait for the results. But again, I think we'd be hopeful that Shantelle will achieve that level 2, which is the equivalent of a GCSE qualification in maths. So well done, Shantelle, you have done exceptionally well. Right, and we move into hairdressing. Hairdressing is a very new department. We've only started this year. Our salon only opened in February, and our learners have done tremendously well because they've fast-tracked at level 1 through their programs. Olivia, you're the nominee from your tutors. You've excelled in a lot of areas. You've grown in your confidence and self-esteem. You've cut my hair, Olivia, well done. And I'm sure you've washed and styled considerable numbers to gain your qualification. You've taken it very seriously. And so you've not only achieved within that time frame, but you've also been, as I said, fast-tracked. I'll come and give you your certificate, Olivia. Well done. Information Technology, or IT department. Matthew. You've made excellent progress since you started in September. You've become, and you are, a really hard-working individual, and you have been highly motivated. You're always polite and friendly, and you interact well with everyone in your group. You've achieved your ITQ of level 1 and level 2 awards and certificates. And I know you're taking a little bit of a differing direction when you come back to us in September, because you've chosen now to have a look at catering, haven't you? But very well done, because those IT skills will stand you in stead for whatever you go on and do. We all need, in whatever job we do now, good English, maths and IT skills. So well done. Right, if we move into sport, we have a range of qualifications we offer in sport, from some community sports qualifications through, in fact, level 2 in exercise and fitness, level 3 personal training, up to a foundation degree. There are 2 awards here. In our FE sector, the nominee is David Murray. Well done, David. You have shown, again, excellent attendance levels. You are so committed to your level 3 course, and you have to work on a one-to-one as a personal trainer with clients, I'm sure, who have varying aspirations in terms of their level of fitness. And I know that you've put in well above the allotted hours, and you've proved to be an extremely good personal trainer. I've heard some of the people you train say how well you've actually developed their programs of training for them. You've worked extremely hard, you've attended additional sessions, and I think as you've continued in the qualification, your confidence has grown. You've achieved last year your level 2, and I know you're awaiting, I think you've got one more accredited. Have you got an online test? You've done them all, well done. So there's just a very small part before you complete that qualification. But you have shown that you can progress very well, and we hope that you find success in finding work or moving on, whatever your chosen area is. And if you want to come up for your award, David. And we have a programme that's been running for a number of years now, and where some of those learners also go on to complete their full degrees. And I know we had a number of learners at the awards ceremony on Wednesday. But in relation to our foundation degree, Paul, you've shown yourself to be a mature student who balances work, home, coaching, and the academic requirements of a foundation degree. And you've done that in an exemplary fashion. You've achieved very high levels and very high standards. And we know that your tutors have commended your work over the last 2 years of your study. You also are more than willing to support other students as part of that process. You've successfully completed your level 1 foundation degree, and you're working towards the next stage. And I don't know, are you planning to go on and do the full degree?
Yeah.
Yes, so you've got aspirations to move on and undertake the full degree at Liverpool John Laws. Well done. Waiting for our adult learner of the year. The panel that meets had a really tough decision, but David, you are our adult learner of the year. Congratulations. Early Learner of the Year. But Aleisha, you have done so very well. If you want to come forward.
I'm absolutely thrilled to be here today. Not just to present the awards, to see the difference that it's made, that the educational system is making to your lives. Actually realising, I came from an area where it wasn't expected that people would do any good or get very far. I actually finished up as leader of the council, much to Jerry's chagrin at the time. But, yeah, I was leader of the council, I'm now Lord Mayor. If you work at whatever it is you set your mind on, you can achieve it. And it makes no odds what people say or what people do. If you just keep your mind focused on what you want to do and go ahead and do it, you'll eventually get there. You might not attain every single thing that you want, but you'll feel so much better as you progress through and attain the different levels, as I'm sure the award winners here today will feel. The benefits. I work for a small community charity in town, and we've got young kids who never had a certificate, never had any thanks, never had any praise. And whenever they do anything for us, we give them certificates commemorating what they've achieved. And just to see, you know, for doing something normal, they get a certificate, absolutely thrilled. You've actually achieved something here today, like you're probably the best in your school, the best in your session. The only thing is, any of the hairdressers here, I just need a towel. It won't take long to give you the dry. But yeah, just keep your mind focused on what it is you want to achieve, and you can go ahead and do it. The junior Lord Mayors, just for anyone who doesn't know, the two junior Lord Mayors, we have a schools parliament, and the schools parliament elect their junior Lord Mayors. They do actually like the speech and give it to all the parliament, and they're elected, we do a month, and they're absolutely made up. And Holly is now ready. She's going to say a few words. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me and Natalia.
For Holly to get up and say that, as it has for you to go out and do your certification and do your awards. But she's managed it, it can be done. So just keep yourselves focused and carry on, and you'll achieve it. And I'd like to say one thing before I sit down. I mentioned John Moores University a couple of times. I was there the other night for the presentation, and their IT people had won all sorts of awards and got the graduation. And they never got their presentation to run the way this did. Theirs broke down into 2 years. You've already achieved a lot more than John Moores University if you go on there. So thanks very much for that.